Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode from the Omega Enthusiast. On this video, I'll be sharing and reviewing my personal collection of Fab Suisse Omega watches. Basically, they are original Omega watches with French-made cases and were assembled in France. And as always, before I begin the video, to ask for your support for this channel by clicking on that thumbs up button below. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so you won't miss out on any of my future episodes. When it comes to buying a French-made Omega timepiece like the following pieces, they will have a few things in common. The easiest identification is by examining the dials. A French-made Omega will say Fab Suisse on the dial instead of Swiss-made below the 6 o'clock. They commonly will date between the late 1940s to early 1950s and exist in solid stainless steel or in solid gold. On their solid gold cases, instead of a number hallmark, such as 14K or 18K gold, you'll see logo hallmark instead indicating the gold content, such as an eagle head indicating 18K gold. When you pop or unscrew open the case back, you'll notice more hallmarks are inside the case, such as the case maker and the old style Omega logo. These cases do not have an actual case model number either. And to make sure that the movement is the correct one, simply examine around the movement plate to see if you can spot Suisse instead of Swiss. That's how you know that these movements were made specifically for the French market. This first piece that I have here dates to 1949 according to its movement serial number. The dial on this one has many visible H spots, which I find them to be very attractive. The minute track is unique, and seldom will you see a dial with 3 different kinds of hour indexes. The case is made of solid 18K gold as indicated by the eagle head inside the case back. The case is not very large, measuring 33.5 mm in diameter, excluding the crown, by 42.3 mm from lug tip to lug tip. What I also like about this timepiece is the fancy case lugs. It is also a 3-piece case, which means the bezel and the case back are both removable. The acrylic crystal is a regular low dome without the metal tension ring. Original unsigned gold crown and set of original gold leaf type hands. The case is quite slim, measuring only 5.4 mm thick, excluding the crystal. Let's pop open the case back to examine the inside of this watch. On the inside of the case back, you can see the case serial number along with the case maker hallmark, PGF, and the little eagle head is right here as well. The case does not take any case back gasket. And the rear manual wind movement is an Omega caliber 361 with 17 jewel. It is in beautiful condition after I've serviced it. Here you can see the Suisse indicated on the movement plate instead of Swiss to verify that this is a correct movement. The strap is an 18 mm genuine crocodile dark brown strap on this piece. And this is how it looks on my small wrist. The second piece that I have here is an 18K rose gold Omega bumper automatic chronometer. I would describe the case design of this one similar to a regular BEEFY case model. And instead of the clover type crown, this French version takes a dome type crown similar to those on manual wind watches, even though this is an automatic watch. The gold hallmark eagle is visible on the side of the lugs and on the outside of the case back on this one. This is a 2-piece case since the bezel is not removable. The case is thicker than the previous piece, measuring 7.6 mm thick, excluding the crystal. The dimension of this case is 34.7 mm in diameter, excluding the crown, by 42 mm from lug tip to lug tip. The acrylic crystal on this watch takes a metal tension ring, and the factory original dial on this watch exists with and without the word Seamaster. The type of hands on this watch is called Dolphin type hands. Unscrewing the case back open will allow you to see the case maker hallmark, the case serial number, and the old style Omega logo. The bumper automatic movement that is inside this watch is a very rare Omega caliber 352. Omega made a limited quantity of this caliber along with a few others Omega bumper automatic. They were only used for high-grade chronometer models. Similar to an Omega 30 T2 RG, caliber 352 also has a special built regulator and a few luxury mirror finish movement parts to differentiate them from other regular bumper automatic movement. On the movement, you'll be able to see the Suisse instead of Swiss. And since this is a chronometer grade caliber, make sure that the automatic weights is correctly signed. One fact to keep in mind is if you service any vintage watch movement properly, regardless if it is a chronometer movement or not, you can get the accuracy to be just as great. So do not think that owning a chronometer watch, vintage watch, will keep better time than one that is not. I left the original metal case back gasket still in the case on this one. The strap on this watch is a French-made 18mm ZRC Zucchero brand, and here's how the watch looks on my wrist. The last piece is this very special DELUXE Omega bumper automatic. The case maker on this one is the same as the previous one. Therefore, you can see the eagle head hallmark are located on the lugs and on the outside of the case back. However, the crown design is the same as the first one. The bezel and case back are both removable, making this one a 3-piece case as well. I remember buying this piece from a collector in Europe because I was fascinated by these lugs. It appears like a larger size watch due to the smaller dial, but it is in fact a little smaller than the second piece, measuring 34.5 mm in diameter by 40 mm from lug tip to lug tip. The case thickness on this one is 7.3 mm, excluding the acrylic low dome crystal. The two-tone dial is very simple in this one and has gold out indexes that you normally see on 1950s Omega Constellation. Original set of dolphin hands, and a blue steel sweep second hand. Let's pop open the case back and examine what's inside. Inside the case back, you'll be able to see the usual old style Omega hallmark and the serial number. It does not take a case back gasket. The bumper automatic movement is an Omega caliber 354 with 17 jewels. Caliber 354 also exists in chronometer version, which are used in vintage Omega Constellation or chronometer Seamaster. Here I will let you see a comparison between a regular bumper automatic side by side to a luxury finish chronometer bumper automatic. The strap is an 18mm genuine alligator skin leather strap. The buckle is signed and originally came with this watch. Here's how this watch looks on my wrist. So that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something from it. If you have any question or comment, please leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to support the channel by hitting on that thumbs up button below and subscribe to the channel. If my website and Instagram link are also below this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching.